Maharashtra politics is getting more and more complicated. Lot of things are happening. So I will try and give you a complete understanding in a comprehended form by 10 o'clock tonight in my editorial. I will give you a comprehension of whatever is happening in Maharashtra and whatever could happen in the future. I will try and give you that at 10 o'clock in my editorial. But before I give you all of that, I need to talk to you about the person who can make, break, change things in Maharashtra. And that person is Sharad Pawar. I want to talk to you about Sharad Pawar. Now, I have been constantly saying that I don't think this is Pawar versus Pawar. I always maintain that this is Pawar with Pawar. I don't think there is a conflict. I think this conflict has been created. I don't think that there is genuine split in NCP. I think the split has been created. And at some point in time, maybe if Mr. Pawar wants, he may come out and say that this was all a googly. Now, the googly bold to whom? We will find out after 1.5 years. Has it been bold to Bharatiya Janata Party or was it bold to the United Opposition? That we will find out. United Opposition and Mahavikas Aghadi. That we will find out maybe after a year, 2 years or whatever, whenever. Anyway, but I believe in that. Now, a lot of you all questioned me. I got a lot of mails saying that why do I say that? How am I so sure? Do I have any inside information? Okay, all of it is true. I have some information. So that is there. But more than information, I have always tried to study Sharad Pawar because I always found Sharad Pawar and his politics very fascinating. Now, I don't necessarily endorse his kind of politics. I don't necessarily endorse his policies. I don't. But I find his politics very fascinating, and that is a fact. So I follow Sharad Pawar very intensely. And I try to figure out, what, why, where, how, and when. It's very interesting. I like to read Sharad Pawar's mind because, like I told you, that's very fascinating. Okay, chalo. Now, before I get into the comprehension, which will be at 10 o'clock tonight in my editorial, don't miss it. I've really put a lot of things together, so don't miss that editorial. But as a prelude to my editorial, let me tell you about Sharad Pawar, because that will give you more clarity. You see, Sharad Pawar was born in 1940 in a place called Baramati. Now, he comes from a political family. It is not that he is first generation politician. His father, Govindrao Pawar, was a person who was instrumental for setting up cooperative societies, sugar mill cooperative societies. See, in our Maharashtra, sugar mill is a big thing. It's a big deal. Sugar mill elections are fought as furiously as possibly panchayat elections and municipal corporation elections. It's a very fierce battle. So, his father was one of the founders of sugar mill cooperatives, Govindrao Pawar, my apologies. That's the family he came from. He also has a lot of reverence for his brother Appa Sahib Pawar, who played a very important role in his life, who was also a mentor for Sharad Chandra Pawar. Pawar started his politics from Congress. He joined Congress in 1958. 1958 when he joined Congress, he joined in Youth Congress. 58 he must be what? 18 years old. So 58 he joined Congress, and by 60, Sharad Chandra Pawar was a very, very prominent name in Youth Congress in Maharashtra. So politics was in his blood. He was fabulous at this. This was his perfect vocation. He is a fabulous politician. I'll give you some anecdotes about his life also, which I have seen personally and I've heard from people very close to him. Okay, so politics is in his blood. So 1960, 58 he joined politics, 60 he became popular, and in 1967 he first contested his elections, his legislative elections. He stood from Baramati, the place he was born. And from there on, it was always Baramati for Pawar because there is nothing beyond Pawar in Baramati. So that's the status. Okay, now the mentor or somebody who Pawar actually respected, revered was Yashwantrao Chavan. Yashwantrao Chavan was one of the tallest leaders of Maharashtra. Tallest leaders of Maharashtra. Political leaders is what I am talking about. He was one of the tallest leaders. Now, he was the one who actually mentored Sharad Pawar. And if you remember, day before yesterday, when he went to Karad, he went to the memorial of Yashwantrao Chavan. You know, where he said that I'm going to take an oath, that I'm going to go back to the people, and I'm going to go back to the people of Maharashtra and all of that. So, Yashwantrao Chavan has been his mentor. So, this is, now we are in 1967. Now starts the basic instincts of Pawar. In 1969, Sharad Pawar joined Indira Gandhi. When Congress split, he joined with Indira Gandhi. Now here it was not massively his decision, it's not majorly his decision. This was more so Yashwantrao Chavan's decision. So he went by his mentor and he joined Indira Gandhi. But then that really paid off for him. Because right through 70s and 1975, for instance, he got a cabinet position. So he became a minister. 1975. So, cabinet minister at the age of 35. Now, in 1978, Sharad Pawar took oath as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. He was 37 then. But before 1977, he ditched Congress. He left Congress. And he joined with Congress U and Janata Party. So, he split from Congress, came into Janata Party and Congress U and became the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. He was 38 in 1978. And at 38, he was the youngest Chief Minister of Maharashtra. So, his split started then. And mind you, here, he took the decision of splitting from Congress. He didn't split because of Yashwantrao Chavan. So, he saw an opportunity and he split from Congress and went with Congress U and Congress and Janata Party. Okay, but all this chief ministership was very short-lived. So, he was sacked in 1980 by Indira Gandhi. Now, from 80 to 86, he was in opposition, waiting for an opportunity. 84, we all know Indira Gandhi was assassinated. A young, inexperienced Rajiv Gandhi took over. Now, that's when Sharad Chandra Pawar saw an opportunity. He saw an opportunity to be close to that young, immature leader and possibly help his own growth in the party. And to a very major extent, it happened too. So, 1986, opportunity is seen and Mr. Pawar joined Congress back. Now, we all know that 1991, Rajiv Gandhi passed away. He was assassinated. What happened in 1991 is P.V. Narasimha Rao. Congress got elected and P.V. Narasimha Rao was made the Prime Minister. Now came 1998. 1998, Sonia Gandhi was made the President of Congress Party. Sharad Pawar's ambition of being the Prime Minister was at its peak. And Sharad Pawar realized if Sonia Gandhi is going to be the President of Congress Party, he will never be made the Prime Minister of India. He knew that. In fact, he thought Sonia Gandhi would be the Prime Minister of India. So in 1999, he along with Sangma and along with Tariq Anwar, that is on the 10th of June 1999, he started Nationalist Congress Party. What did Nationalist Congress Party say? Nationalist Congress Party said that we will not allow a person of foreign origin to be the Prime Minister of the country. 1999. This was his thing, that he will not allow Sonia Gandhi to be the Prime Minister. And he started NCP, 1999. Rest is history. Congress lost. Bharatiya Janata Party under the leadership of Atal Bihari Vajpayee formed the government. And the NDA started. Sonia Gandhi never became the Chief Prime Minister. By this time, Sharad Pawar had already left Congress, had started his NCP. And like I told you with Tariq Anwar and P.A. Sangma. And what really happened was, Sharad Pawar, at that point in time, came back to Maharashtra, and with the help of Congress that he had quit, that he had discarded, he joined with Congress again in Maharashtra in 1999 and formed the government, and that government was there till 2014. So Valse Patil, Ajit Pawar, all these people were with him. They came and they started the Congress. They all became ministers. I think Valse Patil and Ajit Pawar were the ministers in his cabinet. And they started the Congress NCP government in Maharashtra. And that government was doing fabulously well. This has been the twist and turn in Pawar's life. Broadly, I have given you a broad summary. I have missed a few things. He was the defense minister during P.V. Narasimha Rao's time. So I have missed all those, but okay. My intention to tell you the story is to make a point. Pawar's politics, more than ideological based, has always been opportunity based. Pawar's politics has always been about how he can grow. Growth is what made him change, twist and turn. It's always growth driven. He has aligned with whichever party that he felt he deemed fit to ensure that he grows and his party grows. Now, this has been Pawar's politics. Somewhere down the line, Pawar has always been about manipulative politics in terms of the fact that what he says, he could change from what he says in 10 days and he could do exactly the reverse. That has always been Pawar's stance. But what you need to also understand about Pawar is that Pawar was a man who was so in touch with his constituency, with his people. I remember this incident that a very close friend of mine and a very senior leader of NCP had told me that, when Pawar's cavalcade was going on, they were driving from the streets of Baramati towards Pune, and there was this old man standing in the corner, and the Pawar's pilot and escort and all were huge. There was an old man standing in the corner. Nobody really knew and nobody really noticed an old man standing in a corner in somewhere between Baramati and Pune in that highway. Nobody noticed. Pawar noticed and he asked the person, because he was sitting in the front. Normally I am told he sits in the front. So he asked the driver to stop. He stopped the vehicle and he got down and he addressed that man by his first name. He addressed that man by his first name. And the old man was so shocked and he was so happy. He wept seeing Pawar and he hugged Pawar and Pawar hugged him. Later on, it seems my friend asked Pawar, the senior leader asked Mr. Pawar, saying, "Look, how you know him? So he said, yeah, I had gone to his village once and he had come with some application to me. So I had asked him, I had spoken to him. He said, so you remember his first name? He says, yes, I do. So that was Pawar. That was the connectivity of this man. See, you need to understand that he is not an ordinary man. There are certain talents in him which are phenomenal, which are beyond ordinary. There are certain talents in him. That's what made him a leader. Unfortunately, my angst with him is the fact that, that leadership quality of his was more used for political maneuvering than used for the benefit of the people, which he can, because he's a fabulous administrator too. He is a brilliant administrator. So this, like I said, this quality of Sharad Pawar is, most of his quality are super genius qualities. There is no doubt about it. Now, the point that I am trying to make is, as years passed, I think most of the thing that Sharad Pawar did were, he was constantly playing chess throughout as years passed. He stopped natural politics and he was completely dwelled into strategic politics. What I am trying to tell you is every step, every word, every action that he takes is with a strategy, with a focus, with a vision, with a long-term implication in mind, with a short-term implication in mind, and so on and so forth. No strategy, no relationships, no affiliations are built or broken based on emotions or based on sheer, I'm not talking about his family, I'm talking about his professional life. And I don't want to talk about his family life. I'm talking about his professional life. Most of the decisions are based on that. And that is the leader that Sharad Pawar is. Now, the reason I constantly keep on saying that Sharad Pawar cannot be dethroned is because there's a huge difference between Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray. If Balasaheb Thackeray would have been in Shiva Sena wouldn't have split. Likewise, Sharad Pawar in NCP, splitting NCP is very difficult because the loyalties are tremendous. He may be focusing on opportunities, but his people are loyal to him. That's the point that I wanted to make. So the story that I really wanted to tell you is that there is this man who's got fabulous networking skills, who's fabulously in touch with ground reality. He has networked with almost everything in this world. He has networked with big businessmen. Nobody is a outcast in Pawar's life. Whether he is a businessman, people say that he has also been associated with some underworld. So businessman ho, underworld ho, administration ho, politician ho. Sharad Pawar has no enemies whatsoever. Sharad Pawar has no enemies. He is as friendly to Mulayam Singh Yadav as much as he is friendly to Mamata Banerjee, as much as he is friendly to M.K. Stalin, as much as he is friendly to Sitaram Yechuri, as much as he is friendly to Raja, as much as he is friendly to anybody. He is friendly, and as much as he is friendly to Narendra Damodar Das Modi. Narendra Modi has special respects for Sharad Chandra Pawar. He has special respect for Sharad Pawar. So, this is Sharad Pawar. A man who focuses on opportunity. A man who's open to any options if it works for him, if it is a good opportunity. And a man whose every step has a cause and an effect. Every step is a strategic step. There is no step that he takes as a mistake or emotionally driven. It doesn't happen to Mr. Sharad Chandra Pawar. That's the point I wanted to make, and that's precisely why I kept on saying, and I'll keep on saying that it is never Pawar versus Pawar. It is Pawar with Pawar. I will see you for my editorial tonight at 10 o'clock. Please don't miss it. I will talk to you about the comprehensive position of Maharashtra.